It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Hawks and the Buccaneers. All that and more coming up next.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, the vibe, a different one here in Tampa this year. This is year 1 AB after Brady. What can they do to help soften the blow?
I would say try and lean on the defense a little bit more. I think they'll play a lot better in 2023. We know how exotic they can be with how they get after the quarterback. Make sure they slow people down running the ball as well. Give this offense a chance to grow because they are under new management.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Seahawks, most of the pundits, yourself included, Charles, gave their draft class high marks. And that comes after a year where they struck gold in the 5th round with Tariq Woolen.
And they also struck gold in the offensive line, getting brand new tackles at left and right. Struck gold with a running back who was a big-time runner as a rookie. Yeah, there's something to be said about building through the draft.
Two teams that came into the NFL together back in 1976. The Seahawks and Bucs are underway. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here are the Buccaneers ready to go on offense with a new man at the helm here for 2023 in his 6th season now in the NFL, Baker Mayfield.
The former #1 overall pick has had his ups and downs in recent seasons, but he finished strong last year and inherits a really good offense in Tampa that should set him up for success.
Now a 3rd-round pick a year ago. Here's Rachaad White. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing, Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jordan Brooks coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Back deep is DJ Dallas. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. Take it at the 37. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
And oh boy, nobody wants to see this. That's the running back, Kenneth Walker, who appears to be injured. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Smith. On the move to his left. And Smith able to move the chains before sliding down.
On gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Seahawks.
1st and 10 And this play still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. And he will get out of bounds and pick up the first down. So they catch the defense napping, and the fake spike works to move the chains. To the right side, this is Walker. He'll take it inside the 25.
He was brought down by Carlton Davis.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 7.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Smith. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are on the board first here on the road in Tampa.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Bobby Wagner drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
I don't know if he was just working through progressions or just unaware of the pressure, but no matter. Excellent work by the defense to get him to the ground before he could escape the pocket.
That was terrible.
Here's Jake Camarda now.
For the Buccaneers.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. He'll take it at the 42. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, it's Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
one way you take away a first down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, forced the incompletion.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by White. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, was strictly the run game.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks' 35-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They keep it on the ground. White again. And able to get this to the 31.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield steps away to his left. And Mayfield will have a first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Baker Mayfield, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs are an extra point away from evening this one up.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Hands it to Walker to begin the series. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And some room to maneuver. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Great pickup by Walker. It was the second back off the board in the 2022 draft. But he was first among rookies in carries, yards, and touchdowns, and was the Rookie of the Year runner-up.
Smith on first down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 53 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7.
Buccaneers 7. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. I think a lot of time when we see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in a race. They're off, and guess what? The quarterback's down.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Mayfield now. This is White on the screen. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Geno now to throw. Walker with a grab, left side. Gets through and now an opening. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Outright to Smith and Jigba. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Straight ahead, Walker. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Smith. Flush to his right. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Buccaneers' 11-yard line.
2nd and a couple. Smith now to throw. He finds Smith and Jigba. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Complete to Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Now Geno. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground, because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
Throwing now is Geno. Eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Geno Smith. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss there, now 3rd and 14.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And taken right at the 35. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And they will take over 1st and 10. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Smith. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
1st down, Seattle.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining 1st quarter of play. Now Geno on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
2nd and 10. Back to throw, Smith. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
Well, that's what they have to do defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face. Now let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving him up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Shaquille Barrett providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. A pretty wild 1st quarter. 21-7, our score. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out come the Bucs now. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do...
Now White lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the 2nd half of this contest.
Now it's Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Joe Tryon Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step?
And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Second time in this first half now, Charles, that he's coughed up the football.
And both times, I think, they were in spots where he's got to think about covering up the ball. He's got to revert to his fundamentals in those practice drills where they carry it through traffic. He's not out in the open field where he can swing it a little bit, cover it up, and take care of it.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll start here with a handoff to White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. That's complete to Palmer. There he goes, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. White running to the left. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He completes it to Evans. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Going right side is White. And he gets it down to the 32. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right.
And the ball pops out. Vaughn fumbled it, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, not a fun game at all for anyone who's playing defense on the field at this point. They just gave up another 1st down on another good run. I wonder if the defense coordinator just says, let's sell out, play against the run, and not worry about getting beat by the pass.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Mayfield. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Chris Godwin from 6 yards away. And the Bucs get a bit closer. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
McLaughlin for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Well, the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
He was brought down by Shaq Barrett. A gain of 8 brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Smith. He'll buy some time right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
And the Seahawks first down.
Smith being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaquille Barrett able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
On second down, here's Smith. Flushed out right. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable now.
From the gun on third down, Smith out to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Purple?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. On the left side, a catch by White. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Mario Edwards flies in to blow that play up. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
And he'll take it just outside the 40. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return.
And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. On first down, it's Smith. Flush to his right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
First down, Seahawks.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker.
Down to about the 23.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
A yard in the wrong direction. Makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Running right, here's Walker. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
Shoves him aside. He's the bulldozer, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker
taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Now Myers for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Mayfield off the play fake. Rolling to his left. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Here's White. They set up the screen. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 3. Mayfield now. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's 3rd and short.
3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Mayfield. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Mayfield on 1st down. And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Mayfield. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
41-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a strong first half for the former Spartan, Kenneth Walker. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. Final preparations being made for the second half, both in terms of game plan and also hydration, because humidity is really going to catch up to these guys, no doubt. And for the call of the second half, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Fighting his way through contact.
DJ Dallas on the return.
The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice.
There he goes, right side. Inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Taking it about the 36. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
There's the stiff arm. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 141 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Dancing to his left. Powerful running. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Oh, yes, this is what the good ones do. He used his legs to buy a little bit more time rolling to his left, and at one point, he flipped the switch from passer to runner, and he got a pretty good gain out of it.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Play action. It's Smith. And down he goes, a Buccaneers sack. Joe Tryon picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
He's been running for big gains so far today. Stop for once here. Rare to see a quarterback rush for over 100 yards. Even rare to see him sacked for such a big loss after such a good day on the ground thus far.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Geno. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Going with White here, toss left. Room here to run. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
102 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
They go right back to White here on 1st down.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay,
I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll go up the middle with White. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself how much of that is him with a great performance and how much of that is the defense just loosening up because they have a big lead.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
At the 22-yard line.
Opting to run again here with White. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
They go play action. Mayfield. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Trey Palmer, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into that deficit. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Smith steps away to his left. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
1st down, Seattle.
Throwing now is Geno. They'll roll him out right. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
At the 44-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Smith steps away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The safety Antoine Winfield got in there that time. We've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape, because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him. And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
At the 27-yard line.
They go with White on the counter. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on 3rd down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, they had him on the ropes there. 3rd down incompletion, 4th down upcoming. Instead, that mistake resets everything back to 1st down, which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. A quick throw there is incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Mayfield looks to throw. That is incomplete over the middle. It's Evans. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. First down, Mayfield. That's again complete to Palmer. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Jordan Brooks able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And this one is right through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. This taken in right around the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Try to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. Now Geno on first down. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Joe Tryon getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. Throwing on second and long. Smith. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 32 on the play.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Smith. Flushed out right.
He completes this to Walker.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
From the red zone now, Smith. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Touchdown! DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Seahawks have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Buccaneers, 27. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing, Mayfield. His throw incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Here's Mayfield. Here's White. They set up the screen. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
Mayfield on 1st down. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now, meanwhile, here's his 2nd down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 33, here's 2nd down at a yard. Mayfield to throw it. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And Godwin going to have a Bucs 1st down as he'll be brought down at the 27. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. It's caught. Tompkins. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Uchenna Nwosu in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough task here, though. 3rd and long. To throw, Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. As you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
It's a big play there for Seattle. Give him 52 yards on the ground.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Again, it's Walker. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's 2nd and 10.
At the Bucks 23-yard line.
A give for Walker running right. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter. Now Mayfield. This is caught by Evans. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Mayfield. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Mayfield now from the 50. This is White on the screen. And he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Mayfield with it once more. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big run there. 29 yards and a first. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Here's Walker.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
For the Seahawks field goal, a 19-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
Now they can't bring him down. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sail, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense.
I think we're both starting to run out of adjectives because this pressure, it's been relentless all game, but none of the prior sacks might be as impressive as the one we just saw.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing is Smith. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. That'll give them 8 that time, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Right back to Chris Godwin. And Godwin going to have a Bucs first down as he'll get this to the 44-yard line. Mayfield down. Buying time to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Seahawks will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for them. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100-1. And it's not looking good for them here.
And out now come the Seahawks.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance, if they want, to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
They'll fake it. Now Smith forced out to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Off of play action, here's Smith, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now a play fake, and it's Smith being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Smith going to throw it. Rolling to his right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Smith will stay out there. The offense is going to go here on 4th down. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Mayfield.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. And again, it's Mayfield.
Throw left side, hauled in by Otten.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Mayfield now on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Trey Palmer. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Mayfield to throw it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Trey Palmer,
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
and the Buccaneers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Well, trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 3-score game late. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Tampa.